Welcome back to TacosandGeeks.com. Justin here, and I'm here with,
Sean, the true comic fan.
and we have a joint review today. Today we're going to be reviewing The Tomorrow War, which is on Amazon Video right now. And as always, we give you a brief synopsis. Time travelers arrive from 2051 to deliver an urgent message. 30 years in the future, mankind is losing a war against a deadly alien species. The only hope for survival is from soldiers from the past. Man, and this is starring Chris Pratt, and I was pleasantly surprised.
From the trailers, it was different because when I saw Without Remorse, I was like, damn, I was hyped because the trailer for that was hot. And then when I saw the movie, I was just like, okay, this is okay. But for Tomorrow War, the trailer was like, oh, okay, what's this? But when you actually see the movie, it is way better than what it turns out to be. This movie is like top tier. Like I don't know where who wrote. I don't know the writer and everybody how they got together, but damn, they put together a good movie.
Yeah, I definitely agree. What really worked for me was actually it's a fun sci-fi film that reminded me a lot of Starship Troopers. Um, in a way, like Starship Troopers and Halo and games such as that, especially when it comes to the aliens and just the way the kind of setup was with it.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching. It's kind of like watching a live Mass Effect. It was just really well put together. The story, the actors, hell, the aliens were like wild and everything in it. So this was like this was like a big shock, a big surprise because sitting down watching it, I was like, you know what, I'm going to use this as a Saturday afternoon watching movie. I'm not going to I'm not going to be all enthralled into it. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, and I mean, this movie was a huge surprise. This is now like one of my top favorite movies to sit down and watch, and I definitely feel everybody should check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out. And what really worked from a story standpoint is the concept of this is that you have people coming from the future and they need the recruits of, and I'm not just a minor spoiler alert here is that they need the recruits of people from the past, but there is a catch to the people that they choose that can go back with them to the future. Is that if you're dead in the future, you can enlist, but if you're alive, obviously you can't go because timeline paradox. If you seen yourself in the future, will kind of mess things up. So I did like that concept of it.
Yeah, and it was even something deeper than that. It was no one, like they kind of point that out, which is another spoiler. There was no one there under like 40 years old, and there was no training for this. There was nothing. They didn't even let you change into like a full army outfit. They were just like, here's a bulletproof vest, here's a gun, get ready to go, and that's it. And they needed bodies to go out there and fight this war.
And more things on the story. I mean, Chris Pratt plays Dan, who basically has a relationship rift with J.K. Simmons' character, which is his father. And one thing that really worked for me that you brought up is that he actually eventually kind of understands why his father was the way he was, because his father did leave during a certain situation, which we won't spoil. But has to come to terms with that and face that himself. And I thought that really worked for me too, with that father son dynamic, and then something with his daughter as well. With that relationship worked as well, and the action was just really top notch as well.
Hey, can I say this? Can we all give props to J.K. Simmons about this man just really got jacked up. Like, I mean, seriously, I mean, for so far since he did the DC movies, this man has been in the gym, like really putting in work. So, like, he really did his thing for this movie.
Yeah, I mean, J.K. he's been on all cylinders since Whiplash. Actually, he's been on a hot streak as of late, especially with Invincible. I mean, he's just been like really nailing it.
Definitely, definitely.
And the comedy actually worked too. I forgot the brother's name, but he was really good as the comedy relief in there.
Yeah, he was hilarious. And then even towards the end of the movie, he had like a lot of one-liners, and he did a lot to like really bring move the story along. One thing I will say is that I'm kind of well. This is a little bit of a spoiler, but I'm kind of glad that this movie should definitely be a one-off movie. It should, if they have a sequel to it, it's definitely going to do it a disservice. This movie definitely should be those one and done movies, and it should instantly be a classic. and I really do hope that they leave it the way as it is right now. It's another hit that I think Amazon can put under its cap, that they actually chose a really good movie to stream out. I mean, this is definitely something everybody has to watch this weekend. If you're off on a long weekend, or you get on your next day off, you really need to watch this movie. It's really good.
All right, and from just a little bit more technical, just because we always do certain things, cinematography, I thought it was good. I mean, there is certain things in there you can definitely tell it's blue screen and green screen. I mean, granted, I believe this was filmed during the COVID era, so you're
Yeah,
not
so you
gonna,
you got to kind of give them a pass on it, because there's
yeah,
a lot of things, special effects that are exactly what they should be. It looks like it's not that they didn't take their time with it. It's just that it looks like during COVID they had limited resources to do things, and I'm pretty sure if this was like a normal time, some things would have been done better. But they're hardly noticeable. If you notice it, it's because you're really looking to see it.
yeah. And music wise, I thought the music hit on all cylinders, really giving you that tone. And the acting all around was really good. I mean, Chris Pratt is once again showing why he's definitely a list leader man status. Really stepped it up ever since Guardians, and just shows that he can just work in other franchises and other films, and he's been doing his thing.
Yeah, and shout out, because it really makes you now really want to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and see what he can do. And can I say something? Spoiler: that opening scene when they get in and they land is gonna be something. You're gonna be like, oh,
Yeah,
you're like, damn, like it's wild. It's wild. You definitely gotta see it.
yeah. So I'm gonna give this 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It's a nice popcorn flick, something you can just turn your mind off if you're looking for something philosophical and deep thinking. You're not gonna get it here. It's just a nice, fun popcorn film, sci-fi that doesn't really go too sciencey with it. It's just a nice action flick, and it's great for the fourth.
Yeah, definitely. And I definitely give it a 4 out of 5. This is definitely something you can sit down with. You know, the kids can watch this. There's no crazy nudity, nothing in there. There's no violence in there that they're just gonna be like, oh my god, this is too much. But this is definitely something you sit down. Everybody grab your favorite snack, sit in front of the TV, and enjoy this 2 hour flick.
Yep. And that is going to be it for us. Thank you for watching us for our review of the Tomorrow World. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. Most importantly, visit the tacosandgeeks.com. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com, facebook.com/the Tacos and Geeks blog, or follow us on Instagram at the Tacos and Geeks, Twitter at the Tacos and Geeks, and Twitch, twitch.com, twitch.tv/the Tacos and Geeks. Later days.
Later.